All right, I believe we are live. What's up, y'all? The boys are back again. It's episode 12. We had a lot of stuff going since the last time we were here. But, Mac, Icy, how y'all boys doing?
Good. Doing good.
Good. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. I mean, hey, Georgia, look, all I'm saying, I know I like to talk about Georgia a lot. It might be my favorite team if you ain't picked it up by now. But we haven't lost a softball or a baseball game, so I'm in a pretty good place. I mean, but anyways, let's go ahead and dig into this pretty important game we had. You know, it was so. It was kind of important. Um, the Super Bowl. So I actually don't have that up on the screen right now. So while I'm yapping, let me pull that up. But
Bo- Boring ass game.
I mean, for real. I mean, one of the most boring ever. Boring halftime. You know, golly, just kidding. That all together, I think that was my favorite. If I'm talking game and halftime show, I don't know how y'all felt about it, but that was incredible.
It picked up in the second half, but no, that second quarter was so boring that so I was with a bunch of my friends getting pretty hammered, and there was nothing going on in the second quarter to the point where me and one of my friends were talking Patriots off-season strategy.
Oh
Like
my god!
that
That first half did go by pretty fast. I can't lie to you. Cause we were
it did?
well,
That
well,
that's
okay,
that's sec-
we weren't paying attention. We were out. You know, we weren't really paying attention. We were playing cornhole half the time. That first half.
Dude, that second quarter dragged for it felt like for hours.
I can't lie to you. I was definitely throwing some cornhole while it was happening. How'd you feel about it, Icy?
Super Bowl?
And just the game in general. We'll break it down in a
Uh,
second.
it was strange. I think the whole playoffs was kind of strange for me in general because I didn't
Mm.
really have a dog in any of the fights. But the Super Bowl, it was kind of like it was like it wasn't bland, but it was just like eh type shit.
I think I just liked it because it went to overtime, honestly.
Yeah.
And I was, I guess, slightly inebriated, slightly. But we had the Chiefs winning 25-22. I know me and I believe Icy as well had the Chiefs
Yeah,
winning.
pick the Chiefs.
And then
Yeah.
Mac had the 49ers. I don't think I gave a score prediction, but do y'all remember your score predictions?
It was probably like 28-24, I think was mine.
But yeah,
I
clap it up for the Chiefs. We gotta clap it up for them.
Of course, of course.
First
They made
back-to-back
history.
team in 20 years.
Facts. We gotta clap it up for them, man.
First time since the Falcons. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Don't need to look that up.
no, we got all the information right here. No need to
Yeah.
Google anything. That's pointless. No, but what did y'all feel about the game? Because I know, well, at least whenever JC was talking in here on that episode, he had some bold statements about Chris Jones, like we were talking about before the show.
Yeah. You know
Um,
what? And I'm gonna take over a little bit because I've been saying that Chris Jones has been a huge part of the Chiefs. Well, now it's a dynasty. Like, I mean, I don't understand how he is a free agent, so there does come that fan bias where it's like, if this guy's not on my team, like, screw him, man. That guy kind of sucks now. But like, you can't look at their defense and look at Chris Jones and say like, oh, just because his sack numbers aren't that high, like that he's not the table setter for that defense. Like they're they're clearly not the same defense without him. I mean, I know it was opening night all the way back in September, but like they could not stop the run without Chris Jones. They didn't get quite as much pressure without Chris Jones. It's like Chris Jones is like an all pro caliber player
mhm.
that shows up in big games. But no, he doesn't because he doesn't have the sack numbers.
So on Get Up today, because I somehow got up early today and got to watch TV or ESPN. Um, it said the Chiefs' defense this season with Chris Jones on the field, and I made sure to take a picture of it because I figured this would be a talking point today. With him on the field, they had 907 plays. Their pass rush win rate was 42%, and they had 56 sacks. That was including the playoffs this season. Without him on the field, they had 403 plays. It goes from 42% win rate to a 25% win rate, and they had 8 sacks without him on the field. That is 48 more sacks with him on the field versus him being off the field.
Yeah, he's the table setter.
It's ridiculous.
He's the outside of Aaron Donald, of course. He is the most impactful defensive lineman in the entire NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like
he
might be, but I don't know. I gotta give Aaron Donald his flowers, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But going forward, yeah, I think he's the most impactful and probably best defensive lineman in the league.
Mm-hmm. Is Aaron retiring like this year, or has there been any word?
Aaron, Aaron wasn't really like, I put it. He can come off the edges, but Chris Jones is built more to where he can play inside and he can be a great edge rusher as well. It's because the length of his arms.
Oh my God! Wait, Georgia hit a grand slam. I think. Sorry, I saw it pop. They went from like 2 to 6. I glanced and they went from 2 to 6. I was like, whoa! But
great.
Hey, I'll take it. I see. How did you feel about the Super Bowl? We'll start off with you talking about the game. But
so it was definitely a tale between two halves. I think.
What's up, Blake?
Steve Wilkes. He had a first half. He was marvelous. For those that don't know, 49ers, they don't really run a lot of man, and I'm gonna go into it in the second half. But they run a lot of zone, and they completely Kansas City kind of looked lost out there. They had I think it was 1 or 2 big plays. I know they had one big play to where I thought it was going to be a pick. I think it was like in the early second quarter, I want to say. And then
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The safety, he was looking the ball in the air, and then he flipped his hips to the wrong way and just stopped running. I'm like, that should have been an easy knockout, but hey, ball got there. Then the next play was a fumble. I think Shanahan kind of hurt herself in the first half because they only put up 10 points, and there was a lot of stalling on offense. I thought they should have gave the ball to CMC way more, because if you look through the running plays, at the tackle, the C-gap runs, I'm gonna say, off tackle runs, there was holes that were getting opening, and they should have keep pounding it. Pause, my fault. But yeah, but they should have kept running the ball though. I felt like if you wasn't going to get touchdowns, I know in the playoffs we said in the pod over the playoffs, we brought up that you got to score touchdowns to win games. In the Super Bowl, just get as much points you get on the board, bro. Second half, I'm gonna say this. The 49ers lost this game more than the Chiefs won this game. Can we agree with this? Can we agree with that?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mahomes had a couple good plays, but I don't think Mahomes was very Mahomes-like. I think he was hesitant. That pick that he threw, he second-guessed himself, and he don't really second-guesses himself a lot of the times. But he pump faked it, threw that pick. I think 49ers kind of really blew this one. I don't think it's like a choke job or anything, but I can definitely say it's the opportunity was there. Of course, my man Steve was the fall guy. He was a scapegoat. They did run a lot of man in the second half, which I don't know why they did, but even still, you hold Mahomes under 20 points, and you probably win the game if that field goal, the extra point wasn't blocked, and you go for it on like just better play calling on like 3rd and 4, and not trying to have Purdy throw the ball. Like I said, run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Nullify the Kansas City pass rush, nullify their good cornerbacks, and make them stop you. And Shanahan didn't really do that. I feel like I saw some former players, they try to say that, it was kind of like how the Seattle Super Bowl played out against the Patriots. They try to make Russell the star instead of beast mode. And I kind of agree with them like that. It's like, give CMC the ball and let them get them hard earned yards, bro. Let them get them 4 yards, bro. Or even if you get stopped on 4th and 1 or 4th and inches, run the ball still. Yeah, that's my take on the Super Bowl. I just think the 49ers really kind of gave the game away. Mahomes, really, if you're really being honest, he really only had one good drive the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's what great teams do. They find ways to win, and that's what the Chiefs did.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm gonna push an agenda against Kyle Shanahan any way I get. So I'm gonna call it a choke job just to do it. But I do agree. I don't really think it was a. I think the 49ers should have won, but I mean, it's against Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I get it. I understand. They should have won. They're a good enough team to win, but I get it.
Yeah.
But Mac, how'd you feel?
So the reason why every fiber of my being was telling me to go with the Chiefs and not with the Niners, even though it was my pre-playoff prediction, I had to stand by it. Uh, it really came down to really only like three things. I mean, hey, I love me some Kyle Shanahan, but I don't know what it is with Kyle Shanahan in big games, like whether it's like his biggest crux has always been quarterback, and it's like he goes on social media and he sees all the shit that people have been saying about like his quarterbacks, and like when he's up, he play calls like he's trying to prove something. Like, oh you don't think Jimmy Garoppolo's good? Oh, you don't think Brock Purdy's good? Watch me dial up this play for them to sling the rock when like it's just completely unnecessary. Like, who cares what we all think about the players if they're hoisting the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the game? Like it, and it's just also like the quarterback. Like, I know people are saying like Brock Purdy played like a fine game, I guess, but like really there are three, or everybody will say this, there are 3 or 4 plays that a quarterback needs to winning plays that a quarterback needs to make, and Brock Purdy kind of failed on all of them in the biggest of situations to really try and kill the Chiefs momentum, like when they were, especially when Spags was calling blitzes on 3rd down. Like you could tell that he just he just wasn't built for the moment. There are just certain throws that he couldn't physically make, and it was reminiscent, honestly, of the last time the Chiefs and the Niners went at it in the Super Bowl, because it was like when you needed a big play, when you needed a money play on 3rd down, like Jimmy Garoppolo didn't deliver. Brock Purdy, come on, let's get 3rd down and 4. third third and short. Come on, we need you. And like he just couldn't deliver. I mean, hey, he's honestly Brock Purdy. Hey, looking like Jimmy G with better traits. That's all I'm gonna say. And
Good take.
honestly, yeah. But no, and honestly, what it comes down to as well is how well you know the sizable gap between the quarterbacks too, because I mean, hey, Brock Purdy had a. I understand that CMC fumbling is not Brock Purdy's fault, but there are always going to be situations where things aren't perfect, and you have to overcome situations. Like Patrick Mahomes had to overcome Isaiah Pacheco fumbling and himself throwing an interception. Like the defense did great, but Mahomes really turned it on in the second half, and that was besides, of course, I mean, Chris Jones and L'Jarius Sneed absolutely locking it down with that. Honestly, yeah, L'Jarius Sneed also had that big blitz on. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was what's his name?
Trent
It
and
was yeah, it was
McDuffie.
Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie too. Yeah, Trent McDuffie had the big DB blitz on third down. But yeah, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I actually want to get your guys' opinion on who are your guys' like top 5 quarterbacks of all time, because that's been a big conversation now that Mahomes has 3 chips, 2 MVPs in 5 years. I'm a little interested in that, but yeah, no. Also, shout out Spags. Spags, was kind of cooking all game. Best big game defensive coordinator in the league for sure, or maybe ever with the run that they've been on. Uh, Shout out, of course, the goat Andy Reid. Really turning it on in the second half too. Goat head coach. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's kind of what I thought.
It'll always make me laugh how you have this major agenda against Bill Belichick. That'll always be funny to me.
Hey,
Always.
the agenda doesn't stop.
I mean, I respect. It's crazy how you've had two of the greatest coaches of all time, or two of. I know you wouldn't say two or the two, but still crazy with Alabama and the Patriots. But for me, I don't really have a X and O analytical breakdown because again, I was a little inebriated, but I knew something was probably going to happen. The voodoo magic, because it went from Tom, it got passed off in that AFC Championship game. And what year was it? 2018 or 20? It had to be 2018.
It was 2018 season, technically January, but I'll push back a little bit on that because Patrick Mahomes never actually beat Tom Brady in a big game.
Oh no, it was just during that game. It was just passed on. Like the voodoo just went. It started to it like rubbed off. He touched his shoulder. It flew through, up here. It went through his hands. It makes no sense. Like the things that happen in these games that just happen to benefit both Tom, that would benefit Tom, and do benefit Patrick. It's insane. That block kick, like whenever they scored that touchdown, I was like, this. I mean, you still don't want to doubt Mahomes, but it's like this may be over. And then they blocked the extra point. It was like, okay, you know what? Something BS was going to happen. There it is. But I thoroughly enjoyed the game, even though I guess I was watching it on and off. The overtime bit was incredible. Having that, I do wish that we would have had, what's his name? Not Gene Steratore, but the other college football guy. Whoever was calling it for like Australia and all them, because Tony Romo kind of ruined the call. But
yeah,
whoever the college football guy.
Oh, Jim.
No,
Jim.
But
looking a little more homey.
As I learned from the Patriots days, don't go against the best quarterback. Just don't do it. And it's working out so far. But shout out to the Chiefs. I'm a little lost for words, I guess, right now. But
yeah, honestly, it's crazy because what was it? So just so I get, this is so a little over 10 years ago, Andy Reid became the head coach of the Chiefs.
That was 10 years ago?
Crazy.
10 years ago.
Dang.
Oh, actually, a little over 10 years.
Dang. I was like,
yeah.
Earlier today, they showed something about Steph, and he's about to be 36. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Time flies. Honestly, though, like, who would have thought of all the teams to get a dynasty? It would have been the Chiefs, because, like, I'm gonna be honest. before Andy Reid took over, honestly, the only players that I knew that played for the Chiefs were like Dwayne Bowe, Matt Castle, because we traded him there, Tamba Ali, and Eric Berry, and like that was it.
I knew Eric Berry and then Alex Smith. That was literally it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the Panthers were not in line to be the next big dynasty, but I thought they were going to get at least one chip. I can't lie. Just from watching Cam since he was at Auburn, I figured they were going to get one. I thought we'd get one too.
Jesus.
But I was wrong.
Now I want to pick up on what Mac has said. I do want to get y'all opinions on top 5 coaches. I know Mac said he said top 5 quarterbacks.
Top 5 quarterbacks, yeah.
My top 5 quarterbacks. 1, Tom. 2, I probably gotta say Joe. 3, I'm gonna say Mahomes. 4, I'm gonna say Marino. And 5, I'm gonna go like there's so many ways you can go with 5.
Michael Vick.
I'm gonna fuck around and say
Hey, the Madden GOAT.
maybe you know what? Now I'm gonna go ahead and say Peyton. Fuck it.
I think mine will probably be. Mine is really close to that. It's just you just swap Joe and. Well, no, wait. Brady, Mahomes. I'm younger, so I'm gonna put Manning, Joe and Marino. I guess that'd be my 5.
Really? Damn. Mine's Tom, Mahomes, Peyton Manning, Montana, and then A-Rod's 5.
Oh, I forgot.
A-Rod. A-Rod probably be like 6 or 7 for me. What's y'all top 5 coaches? Everything.
Top 5 coaches ever? Damn, honestly. Well, Andy Reid obviously number 1. Let's see. Probably I could go Bill Walsh too.
Another Bill?
I don't know about that. Maybe I don't know because it's kind of Mickey, but I mean for his time he was really good. I'll probably go the man name after the trio. I'll probably go Vince Lombardi at 3. I'll go. Damn. Let's see. Maybe I go Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson at 4, and then probably Sean McVay at 5.
For me, I'll be honest. I don't know what my top 5 would be. I'm not too well versed to the NFL pass like that, but what I do know is Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn aren't sniffing that list, so that makes me happy. So.
No, Kyle Shanahan gets his quarterback and he gets a ring. He's got a real case.
He's not sniffing that list.
He's on the Andy Reid trajectory.
Not sniffing that list. Sean McVay got a better chance. He's
actually
sniffing that list.
Honestly, Kyle Shanahan as a head coach, his head coaching resume is kind of better than Andy Reid's pre-Mahomes.
I will forever push against that. I have to. I mean, I have to.
Yeah.
I probably gotta say Belichick at 1. Probably gonna say Andy at 2. Parcells at 3. Joe Gibbs at 4.
Oh, that's right, Joe Gibbs.
5.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm probably gonna give it to Bill Walsh.
I'll just say that's my top 5. I'll say that's my.
I
agree.
Shout out to Joe Gibbs. People kind of forgot how good of a head coach he was, because I know earlier when I was like a kid, he was still with the Redskins or Commanders, and he was coaching some pretty shit teams. I'm not gonna lie, but that's because they were just shit. But he was a damn good coach. Like what I think he three-peated. No, not three-peated, but he
No,
won 3 chips.
he won 3 rings with 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, like, that's tough to do, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think he's the only person to do that ever.
Oh yeah, only one to do it ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So where's Ron Rivera on that list for you?
Yeah, bro.
The riverboat.
What else? Today was it was a lot of stuff for free agency, right? It was some
It's
of
the
the
tag day.
tag. Yeah, that's what it was.
It's like when teams can officially start tagging people.
Tag.
Did anybody big get tagged?
No, but
Not yet.
there are some interesting rumors going around. Just in case anybody listening, it's kind of looking like Mike Evans is not going to be a Buck for life. He kind of said it last year that they didn't get a deal done during the season this year. He's probably going to be a free agent, and that's what it's turning out to be. Um, T. Higgins sadly still kind of wants to be a Bengal, but he did say that they tagged him. He was not going to play. So we're going to see how that situation is going to turn out. My Panthers are going to be tagging what's his face?
Brian
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns. And I'm praying that we get a trade going on between T and BB. That'll be a win on both sides, to be honest. I think the Chiefs actually got a couple people they can use the tag on.
Yeah.
If they don't feel like they want to trade pay Chris Jones, they might tag him, or they might tag Sneed, which is kind of crazy to me. I'll pay at least one of them money.
Yeah, so it's unlikely that they'll tag Chris Jones because he triggered a clause in the like extension that they gave him where if he gets tagged then it would cost them like 30 million.
Yeah, 32.5. I saw
Yeah.
it.
Sheesh.
That's crazy. And then some other players that probably gonna get tagged. Jalen Johnson, cornerback for the Bears. Christian Wilkins, D tackle for the Dolphins. Some sneaky good players. Michael Pittman Jr., wide receiver for the Colts. Josh Allen, edge for the Jags. Kyle, what's his last name?
Kyle Duggar.
Duggar. I'm tripping. I said Duger.
Yeah, no. Hopefully not.
Safety, and then another one that's probably like he got snubbed from the Pro Bowl, which is crazy this year. But I would be interested if he'd be a free agent. I want to see what team he want to go. But Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Bucks.
All pro.
Yeah, he's an All Pro.
Crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he got it
All
over.
Pro, but not a Pro Bowl. That's crazy.
Well, he should have got it over Jesse. To be completely honest with you.
Easy.
I'm biased, but
Yeah.
I thought Jesse was incredible this year. I thought he deserved the AP.
Yeah, man, it's a sad spot when a safety who can't cover tight ends is the tag candidate. And I'm not talking about Antoine Winfield Jr. No.
Who's the Patriots? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Kyle Duggar cannot cover tight ends.
So I was texting my mom back.
He's kind of like a slim linebacker, but
There was something today. It said the Falcons' odds for Justin Fields jumped from like plus 220 to minus 150 or something like that. So I guess we're getting homecoming.
About that.
Yeah, I know. There was a tweet going around Falcons Twitter today, and it said, actually I pulled up while I'm saying it, but it said, Falcons fans, would you do this trade? And the trade was it was a for the first overall pick. It was the 8th pick, next year's first round pick, a 3rd round pick for this year, a 2nd round pick in 2026, and I believe a 4th round pick for this year as well, and Bijan for the first round pick, and then Khalil, or not Khalil, one of the Chicago running backs. But
Oh, yeah, I think it was Khalil Herbert.
I'd do it. Here it is. Yeah, it was 2020. It was this year's pick, Bijan, the 3rd round pick for this year, 1st round pick for next year, and then a 2026 second. And we already have 2/3 this year, so I mean, I guess that would just be a normal if we, we'd still have a 3rd round pick, so that kind of cancels out in my head. So it's just it's 1st round pick, Bijan, and then a 2nd round pick. I'll be honest, I'll do it. To get Caleb, I'll do it. I'm a huge fan.
Just to avoid the Desmond Ritter, Justin Fields, and
Kirk Cousins,
Bo Nix agendas.
I'd do it. But a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, we don't. You're an idiot. You should do that. You're an idiot." I can figure out my quarterback spot for the next 15 years. I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm the idiot. Okay. Just like I was an idiot for wanting Jalen Carter. It's crazy.
Yeah. But before we move on, from the NFL season, also we're gonna get into some. I didn't even know, but the HBCU combine was this past weekend, and I think it was March the 29th. The real combine is gonna start. But before we leave the 2023-2024 season behind us, what is one thing y'all can take away from this season?
Well, one thing you can take away from this season is that if you don't have a quarterback, you're not going anywhere.
Sadly. Tell me about it. No, for me, one thing I take away from the season is there was a couple things. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. No.
Jesus.
I was kind of lying so I could think of something whenever I said that. I don't know what I'd take away. What would you take away so I can get some ideas? Icy, what would you take away? So I can see where your head's at.
One major thing, just being a Panthers fan, that I can take away is that, and I probably said it before, but now it's just like you can see it, like if it's right in front of your face. If you don't have from your owner, from your front offense, that's why I'm saying offense, office, to your culture, if you don't have everybody on the same page, then there's really no future for your franchise. Seen it good and bad ways. Saw it bad with the Panthers. We got the worst owner in the league, but now he actually come to full sense that be you know what, I'm gonna hire the people, take a step back, and just be a billionaire. And kind of look at it as just look at the Chiefs. They're literally living proof. They have good GM or good owner, good GM who actually knows well, I don't want to say the GM himself, but the front office, they know how to work with people's contracts. They don't give A plus contracts. They give B plus or B contracts out to keep this dynasty going. That's how they won 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's living proof right there.
Sorry, JC was in the chat. So I'm gonna respond back to him. No, glad you said that though, because that was my initial reaction to why I really love the Raheem Morris hire. But people were like, "Oh, he was a bad coach with the Bucks when he was 31," and that was 14 years ago. But just from a pure standpoint of changing the culture of the team and actually getting all your players to buy into a system, kind of like how, I mean, with Mac for 20 years, all his they bought in. I mean, hell, I think it was like yesterday or today there was a special teams player that was retiring for the Patriots, and
yeah, that was. Oh yeah, shout out Matt Slater.
Yeah, and people were like, what? I think it was JPA had said something about like a for sure golden jacket player, and all the comments were like, "Who? Who is this? Who is this?" And the other side was, "Oh, if you don't know this guy, you're a." Yeah, well, they were like, "If you don't know this guy, you're a casual, big major casual." But it was just people buying into a system. Clearly, he bought in because he was a special teams player, and I guess he's a gold jacket player. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a gunner who averaged like what do special teamers usually average, like what, 10 snaps a game?
Yeah, about
something like that. I don't blame people for not knowing who the gunner is on every team. It's not that deep.
JC said that his score prediction was 27-24, and they won 25-22, and he wanted me to shed some light on that.
Nice.
So, congrats, JC.
There we go.
But is there anything else about the NFL?
Shout out to the Hall of Fame class. Just to name a few. Devin Hester, about time he got in. Andre, what's his last name?
3000.
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson, he got in. And the only first ballot, my dog J Pep, Julius Peppers, I damn near wanted to cry. Oh man, we finally got one in, man. It's been a long time.
Wait, who was y'all's last Hall of Famer?
I don't even know. That's how long it's been.
I'm not sure.
It's been a while. It's probably Mills. My fault. Mills was a Hall of Famer, but the thing with Mills, he stayed for like what 2 seasons with us. I want to say 2 or 3 seasons with us. It wasn't like he's not like he made a thing called keep pounding. He made that. But I mean, he was really a saint if we're being technical.
Ew.
But RIP to him, of course. But hey, that's how we wrap up the NFL season. Now transitioning to the NBA. All-Star Weekend was this past weekend, and Jesus Christ, it was mid-pack.
Ew.
Holy shit.
Ew.
I wish we had a soundboard. That doo-doo, like that doo-doo sound. Yeah. Yeah. It was terrible. The Celebrity All-Star game, how y'all feel about it before I go in?
The celebrity game?
No, just All-Star Week in general.
Oh.
And how can we fix it?
I have some ways to fix it. Mac, you can, if you have a piece, you can go first. I've been thinking about this.
I don't think you can. I just don't. Nobody really cares. I don't really know, unless you give people more money. I don't see how you make them care about something that in essence doesn't really matter all that much. Like, the accolade is the only thing that matters about the All-Star game.
That is all true. I mean, my thing is like all the people, or not all the people, everybody is grilling the players for not caring. And I understand that. I mean, obviously you want them to care, but I understand their point. And why would they? I mean, there's no reward. There's nothing of actual value.
I'll be right back.
All right. There's nothing of actual value that they get for, competing in this, right? And like, let's take the dunk contest, for example. I made a whole tweet about this a couple days ago, or not a couple days ago, yesterday. The winner gets $100K. Second place gets $55K. Third place, or I think the other two get 25, something like that. Do you know how much the NBA is worth? All 30 teams combined. Because
What?
I had to go look it up. It's $120 billion. Yeah. So they're giving out pennies versus what they're actually worth, and their players are not making just pennies. We have a literal billionaire in this league, and he got $25,000 for participating in the All-Star game and losing, right? Because the winning team gets $100K, losing team gets $25K. Also did some more research. LeBron makes $135,000 every quarter he plays basketball in the regular season. So there is quite literally no incentive in playing this game, because he gets $25,000 for the All-Star game, then it's taxed. So he didn't even, and he's in Cali, so he made what, $12K from that game. Literally, there's no point playing, especially if you're him. And people want to grill him and all this stuff for not doing the dunk contest. I wish he would have done one, but again, there's no. It just sucks. Like, there's just no. If you want people to compete, they're going to have to put up some real prizes. Like, we were talking yesterday, me and some of my boys, and this is a Twitter space. I'm really tired, if you can't tell. I've had lack of sleep, but we were talking about ways to make it better, and one of the ways I thought or came up with was like offer them have a custom car out there as a reward, right? Like imagine Blake Griffin didn't jump over a Kia, he jumped over a one of one, like like a Hellcat or like a one of one like Lambo or something, just some crazy exotic car, and then he gets to keep that car. Like imagine it. Have that be the prize, like some car, like a one of one custom wrapped, or I don't know, just something cool. Have some incentive for them to actually want to participate, because they don't need money, for being honest, unless it's a major amount. Or the G Leaguers need money, of course. That's why Mac does it. He's made Mac McClung. He's made $200,000 just from the G League. So shout out to him. But I don't know. It just, if they want the players to care, the NBA is going to have to show that they care. You got to spend money to make money.
That's true.
Yep.
I think they have the Celebrity All-Star Game. That's good quality, especially this year. It was good quality. I like what they did with the first and the second year players. How they got 3 teams full of first and second year, and then the fourth team is G Leaguers. That was good this year. The skill competition, I like how that's set up. Kind of the main event right now is the 3-point. 3-point this year was good. Also, Steph and Sabrina.
Yep. That was the main event.
Yeah, that was good. But it gets down to the dunk contest. First, they need to have I respect all the old heads, but nah, bro, just get them going. You just can't have that. The moment I saw JB pull out like an old Dominique Wilkins jersey, and then he got a higher score from a dunk. He jumped over 4'11" Kai Cenat, like
Yeah, shout out Kai.
shout out
Sitting
Kai,
down.
bro. Like, sitting down with a phone. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, what happened to the game I love, bro? Like, it's just not it. And then he popped out the Michael Jackson. I get all of that. The Michael Jackson glove, the Wilkins jersey. Like, yeah, but it's like you living in the past, bro. Like the dunk, like you gotta focus on the dunk. And then people also gotta kind of realize that you can't, like, you have to see how the dunk contest is gonna turn out before like we see like, all right, who's gonna be the dunk contest? You feel me? So that's kind of hard to judge because like everybody talks about the 2016 dunk contest. People kind of forgot the 2020 dunk contest was also a good one too.
Shaq was in that thing on almost every dunk. Almost.
Oh, what's his name? I know it was Aaron Gordon and
Zach
it was
Levine.
old dude that played for the Heat. What'd you
Oh.
say, Sean?
Never mind.
Who played for the
Derrick
Heat?
Jones.
Derrick Jones, yeah.
Derrick Jones.
That was a good dunk contest too.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
No,
The All-Star game. This is where it get tricky. Most of the guys in there already getting paid generational money. If the only thing I can see to where you can make them play hard, and this might get tricky, but I would implement something to deal with the playoffs. I would now you can also give them money, but ain't really they already get paid. The winning team already get paid like an incentive. But say if like the East, let's just say like the West win. Say like oh that team if your team gets into the finals, then you can get 4 straight home games.
Damn.
Something like
oh,
that. Yeah, I'll make
oh,
it
so,
something
so,
very crazy.
so you want it to be like when Major League Baseball did that for I think it was a few years
They
where
did.
who the
It was the winner.
yeah,
The winner got home field
got
advantage
home
for
field.
the World Series. And
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna lie
do
to
Yeah.
something
you.
like that, and then I will have that. Also, like do that for like the conference that win it, and then the person that wins MVP, their team also gets home court advantage through the whole playoffs, no matter what seed you are. I'll do something like that to where it's like, okay, you kind of have to play hard, so it can be easier for you if you be in the playoffs. Do something like that.
But that'd make Trey Young getting snubbed a lot worse.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
And
No.
then it would be kind of frowned upon to be like, let's say a Trey Young do win an All Star game MVP, but his team didn't even make it out the play in. Then it's gonna be like, bro, imagine like a couple months ago, if my All Star player would have played way harder in one game, we could have had home court advantage all the way up to the playoffs, all the way up to the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just something to throw out on the table. I mean, like I
Just
said, they
hypothetical.
already getting paid millions of dollars. Can't change nothing about that. It has to be something a mindset. Like Ant said, bro, everybody want to come in and chill and relax. And for most people that don't know, like All-Star weekend for the players really start on that Wednesday. It don't really
Mm-hmm.
start kind of like on a Friday. It really started on a Wednesday because they already there for the parties and stuff, doing interviews and shit like that. Then I think Thursday or Friday, I think it was Friday where they have the All-Star practice.
Yeah.
But
It's Thursday, I think.
that Wednesday and Thursday, they usually got the parties there, interviews, and the players are really kind of like, they still involved with the NBA type shit. So that's my take on like how to fix it.
Well, look, you want to fix a dunk contest? Get Kenny Smith off of it. Cause all he talks about is how much he hates the dunk contest. It is the most depressing thing. It makes no sense. I understand he has been riding this "it's over, ladies and gentlemen" wave for about 10 years now. 10 years too long.
Oh, no. He's been carried by that Vince Carter call for about 20 years.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Over 20 years that
it
has
just
to have been.
I just don't get, like, if you hate it this much. I understand that. I actually thought the dunk contest, like the dunks in general, from like Jacob Toppin, Matt McClung, they weren't that bad. I actually enjoyed it.
They were good. I think people don't know like that Jacob dunk. I think it was like a 360 between the legs. I want to say, like that was a hard dunk to pull off, and like people not gonna notice it now just because like the judges robbed them. Like JB had Mac. JB had no way of getting to that shit, bro.
He ain't
He
gonna,
getting
he
like
ain't
a
gonna
regular
disagree.
judge,
He ain't
bro.
gonna
He
disagree.
had no business of being in there, bro.
Oh no, it all kind of stunk. Mac McClung did the same dunk 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
I mean,
dunking over different people.
and like
Yeah.
yeah. And I understand, like, like it's not what it used to be. I get it. Like I get it. But Kenny, dog, you don't have to make it depressing for everybody. Just enjoy it. Like just be like, whoa, dang, or like enjoy it. Be happy. You don't gotta hate it every year. But I get it.
I don't know Also, that kind of ties into our next our next segment about like what is going on at TNT with some of these guys, man. They were like unhinged.
Kenny had himself a weekend.
Not a good Kenny one. Was unhinged, but Charles Barkley was also unhinged.
Yeah, Chuck was.
If you watch the second, I was watching the one on TBS. True TV, my fault. And like when he said that about the thing about KD, I was like, bro, it's the All-Star game. Why are we talking about legacies? Who's the bus driver? Who's not?
What did he say about KD? I wasn't watching that one. I had it on. Down here.
He basically said he was like KD will never be a winner in his eyes. You always be a chump. He has to go to another team just to win it. Like he will never be like the person on the team just because he always jumping around. And if you want to get in deep dive depth, I mean, KD at the end of the day probably not gonna have like a fan base to really like claim him type shit. But like KD at the end of the day, he's going to be in my eyes, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, easily, 100%,
easily. Like people like KD has stands, bro. So, but just to like shit on him, it's like, come on, bro. It's the All-Star game. You know, Kenny was just drunk, bro.
Bro, Kenny.
Yeah.
I cannot believe he said that. Like
I can't believe You see, it's one thing like if he was like, oh, she should have shot from where she usually shoots, like that's fair. But then that one comment where it was like, yeah, make her shoot with a real ball is a crazy statement to say on national television.
Like we just took one of the most progressive things we've seen from the NBA and WNBA, and Kenny said, "Yeah, screw that."
Oh my god.
Like it was like, all right, this is really like this is good publicity. This is good, all that. Like this is gonna be great. And Kenny said, "Nah, hold on." I couldn't believe it.
And shout out to what's his face who was right next to him.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie was on top of him.
Yeah.
I respect it. I tweeted. I said. I think my words verbatim were Reggie, LMAO, but he was right.
Yeah, he kind of was. I don't know. Reggie was right, and then he started meat riding for like 5 minutes straight. Like it was like, all right, you checked him, but then you went maybe a bridge too far.
They were all going way too far.
Yeah, and then that's right. Also. Chuck was pretty funny. I will admit it was hilarious when they were interviewing Jaylen Brown and they were talking about Celtics potentially going to the finals, and Draymond was on the panel. Chuck goes, "Oh, you're not going to be there. Good luck in the play-in, buddy." And then he was also wild, and when they got to people in the media also need to start recognizing that when Taylor Rooks is there, guys will say the most wild things. Yeah. Like I think Jaylen Brown has one more year to win 5 rings because Taylor Rooks was interviewing him. Like they were, I don't know how like Charles Barkley came up with the idea like you need to walk around San Francisco with a bulletproof vest. Like that is a crazy thing to say.
And also when Draymond said Cat got 40, looking like the old Timberwolves when they was losing. They turn into comedians, stand-up comedians when they get around here. It's hilarious.
Everybody just want to crack jokes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So funny, man.
Oh,
but yeah, All-Star Weekend, man. I give it a D+. It was mid-pack, but
You know what I wouldn't
It
mind
is.
for the dunk contest? To let some of the active players either commentate it or judge it or both. Honestly, I say both.
Yeah, I would love to see the judges like be the commentator and the judge. Like they had like D Wade on 2020. They had D Wade commentating
Yeah,
and judging. Like that was fun to me.
yeah.
They should next year. Next year they should have Shaq in it. Bring in shoot Kenny. I don't care. I know Kenny said some crazy stuff, but shoot, have Kenny judge it and mic him up. Same thing with Chuck. Fuck it.
Just have Kenny for the last round. Honestly, just bring him out for the last round. If somebody has a crazy dunk that ends it, just let him say his piece and let him move on. Just let him do it. But I wouldn't mind having the like an active like I don't. I mean like how Tyrese is. I said that really country. Tyrese. Tyrese has been talking. Yeah. He was on the podcast or on JJ Redick's podcast a couple days ago talking basketball and like really in depth. And I mean, I wouldn't mind having him on the mic just talking. I know he live streams on Twitch. It's like the Halliburton Bros or something like that, or maybe it's his brother that mainly does it. But he does it sometimes. I don't know, but I don't know. Just having a player that is involved with the media, Draymond, have him on the main one. I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. Have him mainly doing it. I don't know. I just need to change something up. You can't have people that hate the contest call it the contest because then it's just gonna bring the whole vibe down anyways. And the crowd was dead too. I can't let you.
Yeah, booing.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown getting booed is crazy.
But as the All-Star weekend, we're going into the second half of the NBA season. And give me a team that y'all think will surprise people's heads or like go on a run and have the most momentum going into the playoffs. We really only got like a month and a half, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's flown by. For me, if we're talking most surprising, I am going to go Dallas. I love their pickup from PJ and Gafford. And I think they're really about to lock in for the rest of this season. And I think they're going to take a lot of momentum to the playoffs. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to call it now, but it wouldn't shock me at all if they made the Western Conference Finals. Wouldn't shock me at all. I could easily see it. I think their team is finally I mean, I won't say complete. There's obviously, every team has holes. But I feel like they did really, really well trying to fill those holes that they have.
Mac, what about you?
Let's see. I think I'm going to do one for the East, one for the West. My one for the West, I think, is going to be pretty easy. I think that, and they've been trending, a little more upward. But I got a very sneaky suspicion that Golden State is about to pull some voodoo magic. Like I don't know, because they went on a little bit of a win streak before the All-Star break. I don't know. They're just something, like they seem dead in the water, but it's like they've shown that they can go on stretches and they can go on winning streaks this season. So yeah, Golden State, and then oh man, honestly, I might have said the Miami Heat, but Jimmy's gonna be out indefinitely for a while for personal reasons. So let's see. I don't know. The East is I feel like the East is kind of set. So I guess I'll just say the Warriors for now, because I can't really think of an Eastern Conference team that's gonna really surprise.
I mean, I guess if you have to choose one for the East, you could go Cleveland. Because I mean, in their last 10, they're 9-1.
I don't know, but it's not really like that much of a surprise, because they still are the 2 seed.
Oh no, I just meant like well, I guess you're right, but I guess for me that I'm just very surprised that they're doing as good as they are. I mean, they have a better record than the Bucks.
That's true. They do. Honestly, if I had to pick a surprise team, maybe the Orlando Magic. Maybe the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I guess the Cavs wouldn't really tie into this question, but I'm still surprised that they're doing this well. I guess for the latter, I'm also surprised that the Bucks are doing this bad. But 3-7 in their last 10 is crazy.
Um,
Oh yeah, who you got?
my
Icy?
team, I might have to go with Chan with the Mavericks. I really like the Mavericks. You obviously Golden State and the late even the Lakers. They was like on a nice. They had like a nice couple wins going into the break, but after the trade deadline, I saw a lot of teams was having trouble like trying to figure out how to stop Luka in the pick and roll, and even Kyrie too. They can come at you different ways. My only question for them is their perimeter defense. They gotta show to me a little bit more. Uh, how they on just on that end in general, but and on the East, uh, hmm, you always know like Mac knows, but the Heat always gonna do something, bro. They're just gonna climb the ranks, and they always just gonna somehow, some way gonna make it tough. But I will look out for the Cavs. The Cavs, bro, they move the needle for me. Donovan Mitchell, this is probably people. A lot of people saying this is last year. This is probably his last year, but I respect Donovan. He's going to give Cleveland or Cleveland the best that he can. So, hey, maybe if they go far, maybe he stays. But I feel like they can go to the Eastern Conference round. Eastern Conference Finals, my fault. But
I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie, I was about to ask which round.
yeah, I can see that.
Well, I just
Another topic.
my
Oh, go
fault.
ahead. Go ahead.
I know. I was gonna say I can't believe they're playing that well. I mean, they're 36-17. I mean, 9-1 in their last 10. I mean, I think the craziest thing out of all this is that Celtics home record, which is very understandable. I mean, TD Garden, top notch, but 26-3 is crazy.
Yeah.
All close losses.
What was that next topic you were saying, Icy? My bad.
I was gonna say, next thing I want to talk about is obviously, LeBron, 20 years in the All Star
Yeah,
game.
what's up, James? What you mean back to QB?
He didn't make it except for one year, and that was his rookie year. But everybody knows all good things come to an end, and he's not going to be coming. He's once he retire, who's going to be the face of the league? And I think this question is not really like in NBA talks like that because a lot of people are scared to talk about it. So we should talk about it. If you look at the NBA views, they're going down in the gutter. Now they had some games like Lakers, Golden State, to where it's like they beat out some of the other stuff that's going on TV. That was what had one headline. Other headline of the year, what Embiid goes down with the injury. The All Star game being ass. That was another headline. That's a recent headline. But majority of the headlines in the NBA season has kind of been like bad in my opinion. But I see a lot of people talking about it, and I don't really know who can really be the face of the league. I saw like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith was talking about it today. Shannon made a good point to where he was talking about relationships and how like, hey, if they don't have a good relationship with their coach or their wife, like why would someone like kind of like involve themselves with them? And people didn't really know what he was trying to say, but then I was like, yo, look at Mahomes. But Mahomes is the NFL's kid right now. He's the face of the league. Look at all the relationships he having. Like it's a storyline damn near. But I'm gonna ask y'all though, who can really be the face of the league after LeBron retires?
I have a couple candidates. Um, I'll go Luca. Obviously, I mean, I feel like he's very marketable both worldwide and the fact that he's just a really good ass player. I mean, I mean, just to give a basic take on that, but my dark horse, because I called it a couple. Just I called the fact that I thought that he would excel the NBA, which it wasn't that hot of a take. He was the number one pick, but Anthony Edwards, come on now, Michael Jordan's son. Look, I'm telling you right now, we talking about aura, he's got it. Talking about game, he's got it. Talking about marketability, you can do it. And just the fact that, like, in the, that's a little too far of a take, but I don't know. That's my long shot, but I could see it. I guess that's my two. There's more than that, but I'll just give two for time's sake.
Oh, is it me?
Oh, yeah, it's you. My bad. I should have pointed.
I don't know. It's kind of tough, specifically because I think you're gonna have to appeal more to the American audience, just because you want to make sure that those numbers are good before you really start looking internationally. Honestly, Giannis could be the face of the league. You know, family man, has a championship, multiple time MVP, loves Oreos apparently. Uh, it could be Luca. Uh, Obviously, I mean, Euro Larry Bird.
Hmm.
Uh, that could definitely be marketable. Um, Honestly, the guy now, depending on what happens this year, if he wins a chip and Finals MVP, I think it sets up Jason Tatum perfectly to be the face of the league. And so I'll explain why. And trying to put as much bias aside, he's probably he is one of maybe like the top, well, right now, not including legacy, like he's probably a top 3 American player playing right now. He is the face of uh one of the most historic franchises in the NBA. uh there's also the single dad arc that that they love to market to. I mean, he was basically touring around the, I forget what cause it was, or if it was to like homelessness or something. I forget exactly, but no, but the media already seems to love him. And when you also factor in that like every other team's best player for some reason is always compared to Jason Tatum. Like almost like he's almost like the benchmark for young ascending players, is pretty crazy because SGA, FC, and Ant FC are always bringing Tatum into conversations, which is insane. But no, but I think honestly, like, I mean, he might not put up the biggest numbers offensively, and he might not be the best defender. I mean, he's still a really good, well-rounded player. Might be the best wing in the league. Who knows? Uh, but yeah, no, I think it's setting up if he can do what he's supposed to do and just be the best player on the best team, then I think it lines up perfectly for him to be the face of the league.
I think once he get, because I think he's gonna get a chip this year. To be honest, when he gets that chip, I think he could really do that. Right now. I have a tweet on the live stream from December 10th, 2023, and it said, well, it was a quote tweet to a tweet that said Austin Rivers is right. the league is cooked once Braun retires. And I quote tweeted it, and I said, Luka, D-Book, Tatum, Ant, etc. This league is in great hands. And then I made a very biased take. But I said, Ant
Trae Young?
No, Ant being the main guy I'm looking at for face of the league type hoops. But I mean, I can't sit here and lie and say I don't believe that. JC said SGA, and that's not that hot of a take. I do agree that he's playing great right now.
He's playing great. It's just the market that like he plays in.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with Giannis. Like I feel like it's hard to be the face of the league, and Jokic too. It's hard to be the face of a league in like a small market team, and I know that's not popular to say, but that's just the reality of the situation. Like honestly, like the finals between the Bucks and the Suns is really good.
I
But
got
like
you, James.
not that many people watched it because it was Phoenix and Milwaukee. Like that's just the reality of like, and shoot, even look at baseball. Baseball is also heavily market dependent on like viewership. Like it's base well, I mean, besides the fact that it could be a dying sport, like you look at the World Series numbers this year and they were down like tremendously, like because it was the Rangers. I mean, Texas is supposed to be a big market, but honestly, the Astros are probably more popular. I would assume.
Yeah.
And then you had the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are also not that popular of a team. So like, it just dipped.
I mean, the fact that New York hasn't been in the World Series in forever is really killing baseball. But before we continue with this, James made a comment. He said, back to top 5 QBs real quick. He said, I'll go 1 to 5. Brady, Montana, Manning, Bradshaw, and Staubach. And then he said to coaches, he said Lombardi, Walsh, Parcells, Mike Shanahan, and the 8-ring man, Bill Belichick, is the GOAT. Coached up LT. Mac, get your head straight.
Oh man, is my dad trolling in real time? Yeah, my dad. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that?
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, check the chat. Check the chat and see. I had no idea. It was just.
That's hilarious. Nah, that's funny. Hold up. I think my dad is trolling me right now.
Yeah.
All right, let me check.
Hilarious.
Hold up.
Nah, but.
Oh yeah. My dad.
Okay, because I never want to just like dunk on like people sometimes. I was like, stop back.
Funny, man. Funny.
That's funny as shit. Yeah, but.
For me though, I'll probably it's so easy to say Wemby in my eyes because year one, everybody kind of knew San Antonio was going to be dog shit. But I mean, look at Jordan, look at Braun in year one. They didn't do shit either. So he's basically, just learning the ropes, trying to get, trying to fill out the speed of the game and how you process shit. So year two, we're gonna probably get a good answer. Out of all the All Stars that I probably say that can be the face of the league, fuck. I think the one that's the closest to it is probably gonna have to go with Tatum. Probably. The only thing I'll have to say with Tatum is he kind of has to open himself up more to like the media, and I know probably don't really want to do that, but gonna have to. And then also, he gotta win a ring soon. I know he's still kind of young, but I mean, he got the team to do it, really do it this year. And a lot of people, they're gonna lose. Like they don't even make the finals. A lot of people want to slander this Boston Celtics this year. Um, I can't really say Shy. Ant, I love Ant, but small market once again.
Yeah.
Um,
Braun's
I
the
like
only one.
Luca.
My bad.
No, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Braun's the only one to beat the small market allegations.
Yeah,
Only one.
really. That's why he was special.
Yeah. Also, part of that is because he did go to his hometown.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
like, but you see how like there's storylines, right? Like Braun hometown, like Jordan. Jordan had how I put it. Jordan didn't really have a storyline coming into the NBA, but it was like the teams that like he eventually beat, like it turned into storylines type shit. Um, I can't see Jokic. Jokic, I know people hate on him so much, but it's like he's just not. He's just not going to be face of the league.
I don't think he cares to be.
Embiid's not the face.
I don't think Jokic cares to be. I mean,
Yeah.
especially how he's talking
Yeah,
after the finals.
yeah,
Yeah. Also, it's also an aesthetic thing. Like, I don't know. Like he kind of looks like he doesn't care. He looks like a dude that like plays down at the rec center. Like when you when you think of face of the league, you want like a super athlete like LeBron or Jordan, like somebody. I know people. Oh, in certain aspects of like sports and entertainment, you want people that like you can relate to. But like as far as face of the league goes,
Oh yeah.
like you
To the
definitely
people
want a
that are here,
guy to
if y'all
where
could
like
like the
you
stream,
feel like
please, appreciate
they
it so
have
much.
like
And
they could do
subscribe.
superhuman
Thank y'all.
things.
Yeah,
Alex.
I agree. I was telling the while you were talking, I was telling the stream to like and subscribe. You know,
Yeah.
show us a little love, please. Show us a little love. But no, I agree with all that. I mean, it's just somebody's gonna have to want to be the face of the league whenever it opens up. Somebody's gonna. I mean, I feel like it's gonna go to Steph Curry pretty easily while he's still here. But again, he is 36 though. But if we're talking about people that are, like really young people that are coming up, I would love nothing more than for Cooper Flag to come into this league and go crazy. That would be sick. Because I've been watching him since he was so young. It's the same thing with like Rob Dillingham. I love watching Rob at Kentucky. If either one of them could be not even the face of the league, but just stars in the game, it'd be sick. I'll always root for them. Same thing with Ant, I guess. I mean, for watching Ant on overtime and all that. I mean, it's just cool to watch people grow up and grow into it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Grow into stardom.
But actually, you guys want to talk some NCAA football?
Always kidding me.
Oh man, what do we? So we all watched the trailer. Uh,
Yeah.
what did we think? What was our reaction to that?
I've been waiting for this for 10 years. That was my childhood, and they took my childhood away. I was so upset.
It's been a long time coming.
Yo, honestly, has hell frozen over because like GTA 6 was announced and now NCAA football. Like this is kind of crazy.
I know.
The- Never thought this day would come.
Yeah.
Bro, we're getting another
Oh.
college football game before we get GTA 6. That's crazy. Insane.
Yeah, I just thought that they would just remaster GTA 5 till the end of time.
Dude, I thought they'd just keep dropping updates. Just keep dropping DLCs. I mean, they were making so much money off of it. I can't blame them.
Yo, honestly, racing carried GTA 5 for the last like 5 years.
Facts. Oh no, the heist.
The heist.
The heist
Yeah,
character.
the heist did, yeah.
Sorry, I was pulling,
Oh,
up,
damn.
I was pulling up
Yeah.
the game.
I can't wait. I mean, I think it's been crazy because I've been seeing everybody on like my friends list to play like a lot of Madden recently, especially franchise. and it's like I didn't see them playing it during the season, but like ever since
Yeah, JC,
NCAA got
the
announced,
trailer
like
already dropped.
everybody hopped up
It's
playing
it's
football
confirmed.
games.
We're getting another one in May, I
Yeah,
think.
they
So
excited.
I'm excited for it. I know a couple 50-year-olds in my family love it. So
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. We gotta lock in our team right now. So, who's the first team that you're taking and making a dynasty with? Gotta be one of the bad teams. Because I already have
Gotta
mine.
be one of the
For
bad.
for me, I'm taking Jacksonville State University to the promised land.
yeah,
Taking the Gamecocks all the way. Go Cox.
Yeah. So, but I'm not gonna lie. If I do buy it, I mean, I'm making Bama win 100 natties. But if I had to like actually pick
Boo.
a bad team, it would honestly. This leads into a feature that I hope that they do in the future with future NCAAs, where you can take like schools who don't have or haven't had a football team in a while, and like you can basically build a program from like literally like scratch. So like my alma mater hasn't had a football team since like 1975. So it would be kind of cool to like, you know, build a program from scratch and kind of lead them to prominence. I think that'd be pretty cool. But if I had to pick a team, definitely got to be the Rainbow Warriors. Gonna make Hawaii a dynasty.
Respect. Who you guys?
oh, ah, it's probably got to be East Carolina University. Is it East Carolina? What's the joint with the? It's the blue. It's the blue chicken, blue cock.
Oh, that's
That's
coastal,
coastal.
Carolina.
Coastal.
Yeah.
Dang, you
Yeah.
gonna be my rival,
E-
man? Oh, come on.
East Carolina is the Purple Pirates.
It's my rival, man. You
Oh,
can't be
okay.
doing that.
I know East Carolina is a party school,
Yep.
but also the STD school. But we ain't gonna
That's
talk about that.
crazy.
That's insane.
No, I knew there was a guy from my
Yeah.
high school that went to ECU. So shout out to him. Not gonna lie to
Shout
you.
out that.
Also, speaking about college football, um, the playoff committee came out
Stanford, I
with
respect
the
it.
5-7 standing for the playoffs now. So that's great. That's great clarity, and there'd be no more bitching over. Oh, why come I didn't get in? But there's gonna be one school to bitch them.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know that 8-4 LSU is gonna be pissed off when they like get skipped over by like Liberty, who won their Group of Five conference.
Well,
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know how they were gonna do the autos versus who gets in based off of ranking. I really do like the 5-7 because if they would have done like, well, I guess this was still whenever the Pac-12 was a thing, but if they would have done one where it was like 7 autos and 5 of the next best get thrown in from rankings, I just felt that would have been way too many autos, and uh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that the Pac-12's gone for the simple traditions of college football, but just for the sole fact of this tournament, or not tournament, but the playoffs, it really works because now you have four. You have 4 major conferences.
4 conference winners.
Yeah. Well, you have 5, but then you have the 5th one
Yeah.
for the one Group of 5 team. That really works. Like I hate it for the Pac-12, really do, but it really helps out the playoffs. So I think it's gonna be cool to give the best Group of 5 team a home field advantage against a major team. I think that's gonna be sick. Like whenever Alabama, I know the game wasn't that good because it was raining, but just like whenever USF got to host Alabama, like that's a great opportunity. You get to host Nick Saban, that's a great opportunity. I understand the game didn't go how either team wanted it to, but
Yeah. Plus it'll be certified to sell out because it won't be like, oh, like week 3. It'll be, this is for a national championship. Like, plus you have, if it's, say, I mean, Ohio State should win the Big Ten, but hypothetically, let's say not, and like they play the Group of 5. Like Ohio State, I think I looked this up. They have the biggest out of school fan base. So like, if you get if you're able to get that draw, then like you're as an institution and as a football program, you're bringing in a lot more money than you would have for like say a bowl game or something like that. Like that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like go a long way with NIL and recruiting.
Mm-hmm. It's just I love all the hypothetical matchups that we can even think about, like week 1. Be like, look at what the playoffs would be right now if it ended today, and I don't know. I really do. The 5 and 7 I think is perfect for this 12-team format. I think it's perfect.
Oh yeah, going to be dominated with SEC and Big Ten teams for those last 7 spots for sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how almost every other sport is. I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at college baseball, it's straight SEC. Straight SEC. The last year's championship was SEC. Actually, the year before that was only SEC. The year before that, it was like Ole Miss, and then I think the past 2 champions have been Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and LSU. So, I mean,
yeah, can't also shout out to they're also a football powerhouse, Vanderbilt.
Oh, of course. Hey, carrying this academic and carrying this conference in academics. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Thank you, Vandy.
Yeah. It's certainly not going to be OU or Texas.
Oh, God, no. I see. How do you feel about the 5 and 7, I guess, method or bracket that they're doing? Do you like it?
Like it? I mean, to me, it's just like you just gotta put up and shut up now, bro. Like we had a whole Florida State shit, and it's like, all right, bro. Like you just gotta understand, like people. Like, all right, bro. I'm gonna just break it down like this. In order to win the Natty, you gotta play the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like to play the game, you gotta be in the game. You gotta study the game, type shit. And everybody understand what I'm trying to say. If you knew that you gotta be in a tougher conference to try to get in to the Natty, then it's like you should have made you should have made the move. Like they said, one of our friends said it in the group chat. Like, look at Notre Dame. Notre Dame can go undefeated this year, and since they're independent, they won't even be in the playoffs just because they're independent, bro. They're gonna have a Liberty like take their spot or some shit, or fucking, Liberty basically.
I don't know about
I
that.
was gonna say Cincinnati, but I forgot Cincinnati in the Big 12.
No, I'd push back on that just because of the fact, like, if Notre Dame goes undefeated, then they're gonna make the playoff because they haven't done anything in like over 30 years, but like they still have pull. Like especially in football, they got a lot of pull because of their rights deal with NBC. Like they're still gonna have pull in that.
If they went undefeated, they'd be in. Just
you think so?
Well, yeah, because it's the next best 7. Like it's the 5 conference champions and then the next best 7.
Oh,
like in the ranking. So like they'd be ranked like top.
That's
God,
right.
they'd be top 4. Not,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't be a top 4 rank because they wouldn't have a conference win. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like being them being independent is like them being an auto bid for like a wild card spot, basically.
Yeah, basically. All right, I feel you. Yeah, so then in that case, an SEC team or a Big 10 team will get fucked over. Maybe even an ACC team, depending on who plays good out of that conference.
Well, really, Notre Dame screws themselves in this situation. Yeah, because no matter
they
what,
don't get to host.
Yeah, no, they don't. They can't get a bye.
Yeah, they can't get a bye.
They can't get a bye because they won't be a conference winner. So
yeah,
they're gonna, I guess, eventually join. I don't know. I guess they probably join the Big 10. I mean, that made the most sense.
It'd make most sense, like not geographically, but other sports wise, for them to join the ACC because they did join the ACC during the COVID shortened season.
Well, dude, every other sport of theirs plays in the ACC.
ACC, yeah.
But football.
But football.
That's how they should do everything with football, but they should separate football from every other sport, but they don't. So
that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But like here's the thing for the way that I understand it from like Notre Dame fans that I've talked to, like they will not join a conference until the NCAA basically says, you know what, if you're an independent, there's no way you can make the playoff because like right now they don't have to share their media rights money with anybody but themselves, and their rights are going to like one of the big media companies, NBC.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but all in all, I like it. Um, I noticed the SEC is going to be off the chain this year. Literally, it's going to be so much shit talking, so
Oh,
much like. If I can say like, it's really going to be kind of like how like some fans might take it to where it's like the NFL is to where it's like, yo, you lose 2 games or 3 games, bro. Like you can kiss that chance of being in the playoffs goodbye. Like it can ruin your season. And for a lot of SEC teams, like they got like there's some teams with cupcake schedule, but then there's some teams like gauntlet schedules, and they don't know like how hard it is, bro. How hard it's gonna be. Plus, with this new format, there's more chances of you losing games than winning them,
Hmm.
yeah.
in
Well,
my
there's
opinion.
there's there's two buys, right?
For what?
This.
Yeah, for the first, I think the
No,
first
no.
and second seed, they said 2 buys,
Oh,
something
oh
like
no,
that.
I meant for the regular season, right? There's two
Oh
buys
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
oh
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
2 buys. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I'm trying. It's crazy though. I would have thought that like I would hear more from Texas fans because they had a great portal, another really good solid recruiting class. But like, it's OU fans, which is like
Yeah.
that's insane. Like,
Look at Chan with that smile, bro. He's
No,
how?
crying.
no. Max dad's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Damn
what'd he say?
legend. Uh, JC said Max dad knows ball, and your dad said you're goddamn right I am, or something. I don't know what he's responding to, but it's just hilarious.
Nah, it's funny, but no, like it's crazy, man. Like Texas has a cupcake schedule. Their hardest, by far hardest game is against Georgia, and they play at home. And it's crazy. Like now, OU fans are doing the cringe stuff with like, oh, like I'm the underdog or whatever. It's because your team's like not that good. Like
Dude,
what was it like Rax was saying this morning? He's like, well, did you know that OU has the most like talent returning from defense? I was like, yeah, NFL team saw that and they didn't want that shit. Like, they, like, come on, like,
do they
excuse
really
me.
have more
Yeah.
than Michigan?
Oh no, in the SEC,
Oh,
they have more returning players. Oh no, players are already transferring out of Michigan as we speak.
yeah. I saw where I
Just
got that DB.
uh, yeah, got that safety.
Hmm.
Good work.
I said DB. I meant I'm sleep deprived. No, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, OU fans have been very loud. I can't lie to you. I mean, I respect it. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
they'll be Western Tennessee, so respect.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
God, dude,
But yeah, no.
that
That remi-
what
Oh,
were you saying?
sorry.
What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say that. Also, one more thing I wanted to talk about was there's some there were some reports that that Clemson and well-known SEC light program, Florida State they're trying to jump ship to the SEC, but it was explained to me that that wasn't possible because the ACC just locked in a new, I think it was over $500 million TV contract, so they can't go anywhere for a while. Which I mean, is it's going to be sad for Florida State. They talk a lot of shit about the SEC, but like they've been trying to join the conference for a long time.
Well, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, that before I talk about the Clemson and Florida State thing, that week of the Tennessee Oklahoma game, that app may burn down. Twitter may burn. It may blow up. Like
wait, so
those spaces are going to be legendary. I'll be one.
They are. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Is it in Tennessee or is it in Norman?
I think it's in Norman. I could be wrong. I think it's in Norman.
Honestly, it's weird to say this. It might be less toxic that it's in Norman.
I don't know. Oklahoma fans have put up a really big fight for competing with Tennessee. Competing with Tennessee to be the most annoying fan base in college football. They have put up a fight. A valiant.
That's just gonna be it.
Yeah.
No, Oklahoma's schedule is brutal. I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as Florida's. Of course, Florida has maybe the worst schedule ever. But with the Clemson and Florida State thing, there was something about the ACC where, and this was a while ago, but whenever they signed their TV deal, they had something locked in until like 2036. I don't know what it is. They have something locked in until 2036. So if they can't leave until 2036, that would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Yeah, it's. No, me and my friends were laughing. We were talking about. I brought up the fact that if they go to the SEC, Dabo might walk around the Carolinas with a what's it called, with the church basket where they collect money, going around asking people for money for NIL to create the team in God's image.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they have some grant of rights still or something like that until 2036. So it may be 2036 before they can get out of it.
Oh no, it's if you've ever like interacted with a Florida State fan in real life or like on Twitter or on the internet, you'll notice they're like, oh no, like we wouldn't join, but like but when Florida State is out of there as soon as they possibly can, it's just gonna look even funnier. Like, so yeah, what do you mean? I didn't say that.
We love the ACC. We don't want to leave. Get us out of there. No, I have a graphic up for the college football playoffs from 2022, but just for an idea, and it's just sick. Like first round, right? Number 5 Georgia versus number 12 Pitt in Athens, Georgia. Number 6 Notre Dame versus number 11 Utah in South Bend. I can't read. Good Lord. Number 8 Ole Miss, and number 9 Oklahoma State in Oxford, and number 7 Ohio State, number 10 Michigan State in Columbus. Like all those are sick games. I understand Ole Miss, Oklahoma State. I mean, but
wait, is this going off of last year?
No, 2022. 2022.
I heard Michigan State and I was like, what?
No, this was whenever we won our first championship.
Oh, okay.
So really 2021 season. This was a couple years ago, but it's just like hypothetical stuff. Just all these matchups in the first round are what's just so cool to me.
Oh man, that 2021 Bama team, man, just gets me a little emotional. That team was special.
Well, and then for last year's, like it has a hypothetical, and it has number 5 Michigan versus Tulane, but really that would be Tulane hosting Michigan. Well, no, it would be Tulane hosting.
No. Ohio State probably.
They'd be hosting Ole Miss, but
yeah,
if they reseeded it, but just the fact of like Tulane could host Michigan, that would be sick. That would be so cool. Because actually, they would host the 12th seed. That the 5 would host the 12th. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I think a great thing about this. I initially thought that 12 teams were too much. I think that I know people like tradition is really cool in college football, but like with this new like format in the playoff, like you can you could easily start new traditions with new schools hating each other because they're gonna see each other like all the time in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, nothing better than starting a rivalry based off of postseason wins and losses. That really gets fans into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think for college football too, we've needed for a while for more teams to feel like they have a chance to, you know, actually win the championship. Because I mean, really,
Yeah.
it's only been like a 6-team race out of 130 something teams, and that sucks. But now, I mean, there's a real chance that like they could run the table. Group of 5 team could run the absolute table and win the championship. Crazy to think about, but it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's I know it may not be great for ratings, but it's great for the sport in general. Just for all teams to feel like they have a real chance. Because what you don't want is these teams to break off and make another conference. But that's probably going to happen soon. I can't lie. So
Yeah, eventually.
That's what's going to suck for traditions. But
Nah, man. Honestly, I think I speak for all SEC schools when I say we cannot allow Auburn to have home field throughout at any point.
oh no,
Too much
No.
devil magic.
Too much voodoo.
No, we need to have Auburn hosting all the football games. Matter of fact.
No.
Yo, OU fans in our group chat are gonna have a rude awakening to what happens in that stadium. The
Dude,
debauchery.
There's going to be some backflip touchdown that has never happened in football before, and their jaws are gonna drop, and I'm just gonna be like, "Told you."
Yo, I need like a block field goal for a touchdown. I don't know which way it's got to go, but like.
No, you know what's gonna happen? Oklahoma's gonna block the field goal, and then they're gonna fumble the ball, taking it back. Auburn's gonna pick it up and run it back, and then they're gonna win the game off of that. It's gonna be the craziest thing.
God. It's gonna be insane.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for baseball season, man. I'm so ready for baseball season. I mean, it's already baseball season, but like for the MLB to really start.
Hey, my MLB season already peaked. I think Fangraphs had the Red Sox as like a top 10 team. That's about as high as my expectations go. Gonna hang the banner for that. Honestly, fun fact. John Henry was at Red Sox training camp, and when media members went to go talk with him about the team, he said, "No, I'm busy," and then walked away.
Who's John Henry?
He's the he might be the owner of the Red Sox. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly I think he forgets he owns the team sometimes.
Well, see, I wouldn't know what it's like me and Icy wouldn't know what it's like to have an owner of our team because we don't have a single owner. We have a group, Liberty Media. So
Liberty
I wouldn't know what
Media.
that's like. Just wouldn't know. But we covered all our topics that I wrote down from what we were talking. I guess I'll call it pregame.
Oh, baseball starting back up.
Facts.
Spring ball. I think starts on Thursday or Friday.
I think it's Friday. I think it's 24th. Maybe Saturday. I think it said 24th. It could have said 23rd. Something starts the 24th. I don't know what it is. It's either in the NFL or MLB. I don't know which one it is. Oh, the combine is this week. Actually.
Yeah, it's true. NFL Combine.
This week?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah. Sports
I
world
thought it
moves
starts
fast.
on the 29th. I was lied to and misconstrued. What is this?
It's well, I mean, I don't think they start doing the actual stuff, but or maybe I don't know. It's the 26th through the 4th.
Yeah, it's already happening.
26th, yeah, next week. Man.
So the propaganda is already being put out there in the NFL draft.
Yeah. The tournament. I guess next week they're going to start the conference tournaments for college basketball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got March Madness coming up
right around the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
March Madness. I think it starts on the 12th of March.
We will definitely have a group for the podcast for sure.
Oh yeah.
We'll have
also in the future gotta get Al on the pod for baseball.
Oh yeah,
when
when baseball kicks in, we'll get Al on the pod for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Also got some bad news. This is real deep to my heart, you know. On March the 10th, it's daylight savings time. God, this shit sucks, bro. I've been getting a good night's sleeps, and now I think we lose an hour, right?
Yeah, we lose an hour of sleep. Arizona's got it right. They're the only state that doesn't follow that rule.
I don't get why we still do it.
Yeah, the farmers don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, we're not leaving school to go help farm for the families.
Yeah.
I hope they change it, bro.
I don't get why it's still a thing,
man.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, if we haven't changed like the Monday after the Super Bowl being a holiday, then I don't know what we're doing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's been teased for so long. Oh, don't worry, it's coming, and then it never does. Just make it a national holiday, or if you want to call it National Hangover Day, then call it. If that helps, then like go for it.
Yeah.
Although actually,
yeah,
there's like 2 national hangover days, St. Patrick's Day and Cinco de Mayo. But
oh yeah,
sure.
What's the point of that? Hey, what's wrong with adding a third?
Well, for me, it goes Cinco de Mayo and then my birthday. So
true.
I really have a 2-week. It's just a bender.
Hey, 2-week booze cruise.
We jumping into spring though. Spring is fully here.
Yes, sir. Spring football too.
Hey, the UFL. Hey, lock your team in right now. UFL.
Hey.
Lock it in.
Hey, potentially, season ticket holder of the DC Defenders. Shout out.
I will definitely be at a Birmingham Stallions.
We will be going to a DC Defender game.
Yes, sir.
Pull up to Birmingham. Beat ham. Come on. I think Birmingham won it. I don't know who won all that stuff. I gotta figure it out.
No. The only team that's won the championship was Arlington.
Oh yeah, with Stoops.
Yeah,
Which is crazy. That's crazy. In what 1 or 2 years he already matched his Oklahoma total? Wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. That was pretty depressing. They destroyed DC. That was I actually went to the conference title, their version of the conference title game. They whooped Seattle, which honestly, I don't know why they didn't keep the Seattle Sea Dragons. They were pretty cool. But
Atlanta had a team in something, but they didn't keep it. But we sucked. We had Aaron Murray.
It was probably like the USFL or something like that.
It was like the Atlanta Reign or something like that, or Atlanta Kings or something. I don't know what it was. No, the Atlanta Reign is something else. I don't know what we were, but we were bad. That's all I know. But I think we covered everything for this time period. Y'all got anything else?
No, I don't know. I wanted to, say thank you everybody up to this point. If you want to like and subscribe. If you like what you see here, there's gonna be more content. Hoping to be at least try to make some more consistent content. You know what I mean? Maybe try to do the once a week thing. Just because when summer hits, it's gonna be kind of dead as far as sports topics go. It's gonna be baseball and a lot of speculation of other sports.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. like, subscribe. Helps the channel. It's free, by the way. So, yeah.
Icy, you got anything?
Like, subscribe, share. I am gonna be trying to get. Oh well, we all are, but I'm currently trying to get people to come on the podcast. Like Chance said, we're gonna get Al up here. We're gonna get some of our friends with some strong takes. Have some good back and forth debates. If you're a viewer, hit me up in my DMs. See if you want to get on here or get on the pod, talk about something. And
Or
yeah,
just hit him
bro.
in his DMs. I mean, if you just,
Yeah. Hey, shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
No, yeah, don't dislike the stream, don't subscribe, all that.
all that bad stuff.
Block us, report us.
Yeah.
But thank you all to the ones who did for tuning in and for liking the stream. We do appreciate it, as we've all said. Yeah, I don't know when we'll be back, but it'll probably, hopefully, be sometime next week. Maybe around this time. We'll see. Who knows? Never know.
Yeah.
We all, we're just all busy people. Just schedules just lined up. But thank y'all for coming out.
Absolutely.
And thank y'all boys for another great show. And we will see y'all next time. Much love.
Peace out.